Last time on the Empire Initiative. In a flashback, we see Zevari praying to Asmodeus. To reward her unwavering loyalty, he marked her as the Eye of Asmodeus, granting her powerful new abilities. As the fight continued, new opponents began to enter the fray. Verlin, who promptly challenged Rain to one-on-one combat. An orc archer looking to make short work of Dart. And worst of all, Lokara, who immediately restrained Zevari with magical chains. While the Crusaders did their best to keep their new challengers at bay, Rain found herself in a frantic and almost flirty duel with the talented Master of Cheetahs. Once unrestrained, Zevari attempted to unlock her third eye but was unable to do so. Will our heroes survive? This is episode 32, Revelations.
Dart, you have a couple of zombies in front of you. They are minions. You also see that Rain and Verlin are just locked in an intense combat that's almost moving too fast for you to even like register. It's just like and you're just like Verlin's just like jumping up and grabbing onto Rain's chair, and Rain's like punching her off, and they're all
they're scrapping
hard. And then you see Lokara, who's sneering and had just had a pretty intense spell on Zevari, and she's sneering at Talrin, being like, I should have killed you when I had the chance. And then also you guys, and also last round, Nox, the archer, entered the fray and is posted up in a tree on the other side of the battlefield. So they have, partial cover. But since you saw, where the arrow came from, you're pretty in a wall of blue flames, just consumed a Z-Rex. And several, dead body or zombie bodies that are just, writhing in the flames and dying.
That's
you just hear, moaning.
Mongolian barbecue.
You just hear, moaning from, all the zombies.
Alright, I would like to use my bonus action to Misty Step right over in this area. A little closer to him, but not, I'm away from them without provoking an attack of opportunity. And I am within range, I believe, to look at this archer guy, and I will cast Command. And my one word is disarm.
Okay.
I'm hoping to get him to just drop the bow because he's in a tree, and hopefully it will.
What save is it?
It is a wisdom save.
Okay. It is a 13.
You needed a 16.
So he lets go of his bow. Boop. And
you will do the same thing. That was adorable.
It starts to kind of tumble and it gets caught up in some branches at some point near the bottom of the tree's canopy. Go ahead and roll a d20.
16.
And with a 16, you want it to fall. Yeah, it falls out of the tree onto the ground below. And as it's falling, you kind of get a glimpse of the actual bow itself. It's very clearly made of a really fine metal of some sort, and it has a magical sort of shimmer to it that kind of fades as it falls, and it doesn't break when it hits the ground.
Dibs. Okay.
And you get a glimpse of this guy's face. He's an orc. He's kind of he's thin and sort of small. He's kind of a short guy, and he looks very young. When you look at his face, he looks like he's like, barely an adult, maybe like 18, 19, younger than Talarin.
I thought you were going to say he had surprised Pikachu face.
And he looks pissed.
So maybe not surprised Pikachu.
Pissed Pikachu face.
All right, that's cool. That was my action and my bonus action. That's about all I can do because I don't want to move any closer to anybody. So that would be my turn. A non-damage turn, but a useful one, I think.
So yeah.
If not temporarily.
I would say so. So it is the archer's turn. He doesn't have his bow, but he does have a hand crossbow on him. However, that would limit his range, and Dart would be out of range in that sense. So he's going to have to fire at Talarin with his hand crossbow because he's not giving up. I feel like he's not giving up his position in the tree just yet, and is instead going to kind of shift targets for a moment. So he has 2 arrows. The first one hits, and the second one misses. It's just a regular crossbow. He still does 10 damage to him, and he's like, I feel like he's thrown off. Like, he's like, fuck. And you can, Dart, if you're looking over at him, you can see him kind of like glance, he like looking down and looking back up and looking down and looking back up. He fires 2 quick shots, but he's still like, shit, do I go for it? Do I don't? Go. Let me see what he decides to do. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go ahead and start shimmying down the tree, and we'll say, half movement because he's climbing. Essentially, he shimmies down to like the bottom of the tree's canopy. So he's still up in the tree, but he's like almost out, and he's gonna jump down his next, presumably he'll jump down his next turn. And I will say that, because of that, he doesn't have his cover is not as strategic. I feel like it's just it's just partial cover instead. Or it's less than half cover, whatever.
It's something.
Yeah, I don't know. Basically, it fucked up his cover. He's like, shit. It is the banished Z-Rex's turn. So, we'll put a banishment counter. And then it is Drift's turn. Last turn he had casted his healing spirit on you. It has 3 heals left, it says on here. So he's concentrating on that at the moment.
It feels great. Keep it up, buddy.
He's kind of far from a lot of the action and doesn't have like a lot of crazy range. So Drift, he's starting to get closer so that he can get a good shot at Lokara. You can see that his eyes are like kind of locked on her. And as he runs past you, Dart, he kind of like just turns and he says, "Are you good?" So he doesn't move his healing spirit to Dart. And he's getting closer, and he calls out to Talarin and he says, "I'm behind you." And Talarin's like, "Heard!" So Drift
86 Lokara. Sorry.
Can that be the name of the episode?
Oh my gosh. If you're 86 or maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So yeah, I think that's going to be his turn because he's got to use his turn to move into position. With that, it's Boulder's turn. Good old Boulder. Yeah, so Boulder is going to go ahead and try taking out these zombies. So he's got his obsidian blade in hand and he's just going. He missed. And his second attack, he hits. So he's able to take out like one of the zombies, and the other one, he kind of like, he basically like just knocks off like an appendage and doesn't actually like destroy it, At the end of the round.
It's never good.
Yeah, at the end of the round, Lokara, she's staring daggers into Talarin. cursing him and telling him that, she should have killed him when she had the chance. But she's also still got like a side eye on Zevari because she saw Zevari doing some weird ass shit and isn't sure what's going on. And she had already, attempted to lock her down with these goddess chains. That's what they're called. Yeah, chains of the goddess.
It's a really cool name.
I need art of you just like dipping and dodging between her goddess chains.
Hell yeah. So she is going to use her legendary action to cast a spell at Zevari. So she kind of she's talking shit to Talron as she's doing that. She's reaching into a pouch. And in her pouch, she pulls out, it looks like a frog egg. It's like a tadpole, sort of like, it's a little like jelly egg, right? And you can see that's like wriggling in her hands. And she just looks over at Zevari and then she squeezes it and it pops and just like squirts, viscous fluid everywhere. And when she does that, Zevari, you start to feel like you can't breathe. And then you kind of like cough and it feels like you have water in your lungs. And you make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for that.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. 21.
Ew.
Okay, so yeah, with a 21, you feel like you feel your lungs sort of like they start to kind of like fill up with water. You can feel them kind of reacting, and you cough like a salty mouthful of like phlegm. And when you like do that, and you look down and you can see like in the phlegm, there's like a little jelly wriggling egg creature. Right? Like the same thing you saw in her hand. There's like one that was like in your lungs. And you are not suffocating.
I'm glad that I re-rolled because I rolled like an 8 originally.
Yeah, so instead your throat and your lungs, they just burn, but you're all right.
It's like you started to suffocate, but you're able to shift and get the thing out. The alien
exactly.
Poor Zevari.
Yeah, it was like, I know Zevari almost drowned once before, so
yeah,
as soon as you felt that, you were just like, ugh!
Not again!
Even if it was just for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, she just looks fucking pissed. She's like, ugh, of course. And that brings us to the top of the round, which is the monk fight.
Dun dun dun.
So we are in round 3 of this 4-round fight. Currently it is currently it's 20 to 18. 10-9, 10-9, both Rain. I believe, Rain, you won initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So you start off round 3. Verlin is on the ground, kind of just like she's ready. You can tell she's like ready to jump up again because you've been like, you've been flying above her or floating above her. Or no, you have been flying. Sorry. You do both. You've been flying above her.
She a girl that can do both.
Right now, you said you're about like 10 or 15 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and she's holding onto my arm.
Looking up at you, and she's holding onto your arm, and kind of trying to ground you. And you can feel like she has like, you can feel there's these like, just beyond her fingertips, there's these like claws made of just energy that are just digging into your arm, giving her a really solid grip.
Oh, well, if you want to come with me, you can come with me. But Did you hear all of what Talron just said? And like as she's like saying all this, she tapped her wheels, and that opens a dimension door underneath her, and then just like I keep going if she like stays on top, whatever. But and I'm just talking like she betrayed him. What thinks she's not gonna betray you?
Do you want to roll like persuasion or yeah, I guess probably persuasion.
Yeah, because it ain't a lie. She just said that shit out loud. 11.
She kind of furrows her brow, and are you now like going through?
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of furrows her brow, and she's like, you expect me to give up this fight? And she dives in like with you.
Okay, well, we are gonna go. I think I have to be within 120 feet. So I'm going to go 120 feet above the wall of fire.
What's the range on Dimension Door? 500 feet?
Yeah.
500 feet?
Yeah. Which then it would be 140 feet off the ground.
Okay. Sure.
Right? Or would it be just 120 feet off the ground is fine if you want to make it easier.
140 to whatever elevation you say it is.
It's the top of the fire would be... Let's do 120, just so that she gives herself a little wiggle room. Oh, no.
She's got a hold of you, and
when we come out, it's like a portal above, and you just see her floating upwards, and she is pulling the monk through the portal.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Vertlin, she is going to, just jump right in and keep a hold of you, an iron grip.
I am then going to look at her and say, I never expected you to give up on this fight. I just wanted to take it to the skies.
You really think this is going to come down to some silly trick?
No. It's going to come down to gravity.
You're better than this.
So are you. Have you even connected with your temple?
What?
Have you connected with your temple?
What do you mean, your temple? Just...
Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see. And she uses her bonus action to do the unarmed strike, right? I can use a bonus action for one unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Isn't that one? Yeah. So I do that to try to release her grip from me.
Okay. So I think to break free
or hit her.
It would be instead of doing damage, you would be trying to break free, so it would be like a contested roll.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Punch her hand, so trying to get her to let go.
Yeah, or break her wrist, or try to break her wrist on her pinky side, maybe, or... And what is it, athletics?
It's athletics or acrobatics.
I got a nat 20.
Oh.
Plus... so I got 26.
A 26. Okay, so... Yeah, so you slam your wrist or your fist into her wrist, and she kind of instinctively lets go as opposed to allows you to break her wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, she's now pulling away midair, right? You hit her, she's pulling away. She's not she's no longer anchored to you.
I am just trying not to get grabbed. I want to fly back as best as I can as she's falling away. I feel like I am upside down anyways. We are doing the Rain is upside down, let go. So I feel like she's just trying to make sure she doesn't get grabbed and to see what the cat is going to do.
Meow.
Yeah. Do I think Rain knows that something is going to happen, that she's going to it's like Azula, right? Like, she's gonna flippity flip something, so she's gonna figure it out. But that is Rain's like mentality of her dropping her right now, 120 feet off the ground into a wall of fire.
This still won't kill her, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, I just want to see what she does. It's like, it's very Raven-like. I'm going to toy with this cat. I'm going to see what she does. I'm going to fuck with it.
Rain is just curious. She's like, what do the other masters do? Huh?
Yeah. I thought about doing the full 500, but I was like, man.
That would kill her no matter what.
Well, like, I just wanted to, one, make sure I was within range of the fire, but then two, like, if I need to get down to the down, it would take several rounds.
Yep, you would not be getting
and that's not what I want to like do for this fight. You know?
This fight's high intensity.
So she's like, big surprise. You don't want to face me. And she starts to kind of like fall backwards, and you can see that she's not very concerned about it. She has like a couple of like cuts on her arm from like earlier, like, you just punch, like the sheer bludgeoning force of your punches with these, with those, diamond, knuckles. And so she puts like a hand on one of these like bloody spots and kind of like, you can see her, she's kind of like digging her like fingers into it a little bit, and she grimaces. She then sort of goes, like she just sort of swipes, and with this swipe, these long red blades of blood, like she throws them sort of towards you.
Is it something like, that I'm?
It's like a spell attack, so she's gonna roll.
And then I would like to.
I mean, it's not a spell. It is a. Sorry, I just meant like in the rolling sense. It's like a. So it's like a monk ability. She's spending energy points to do it. So 20. 26 to hit.
Yes.
So you get hit by these blood blades, and it deals 12 damage to you. Or, well, it would. So, and so she hits for 12. She does have another attack, but she kind of isn't really in range for anything. That ability replaces an unarmed strike. So she can do it again, probably one more time before she's out of range. She is slow falling. And the range of it is like, I feel like as she's falling, she can't get like all of her attacks out on you, but she could probably do 2 before she's just out of range. And she is slow falling down, and she's going to try doing it again. 24.
Yes.
So that is 8 damage. And now she is going to she's going to utilize her slow fall. She's a cat. She kind of twists and moves in a very feline-like way to sort of like reorient herself in the air. And kind of like, she's going to kind of like dive diagonally along with the, with the fall, so that she doesn't land in the fire. So she does have to take fall damage.
My goal was to create motherfucking
1d6
space.
damage for every 10 feet they fall. And so you guys were she fell at 120 feet?
Yes.
So that is 12d6, and she takes half of that.
I also need to roll concentration for that. 21, and it was 20 hit points.
So yeah, you're still concentrating. So I rolled 40, so she takes 20.
Okay.
And now she's like on the ground looking up at you, and she's like, probably be more fun if you just, went hand to hand. Like, what, you don't throw hands?
11.
Or you don't throw hands on your ground?
Well, you'll get your chance. And I want to heal myself. I know that I shouldn't. They haven't healed themselves, but honestly, for like how many I don't have very many hit points.
You can quit if you want. I won't look down on you. I mean, I can't. Look. And she's like looking up at you. You're like super high up too, right? Because you dropped her at 120, but then you went up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, I don't know how much you said you had moved. I don't know how high up you are.
Fuck it. Fuck this bitch. I am sick of this. Not from you. I want to spend more of my Blackfire points. Come up here if you want. Here, I'll make a route for you. And I just surround her ass in fire.
Okay. So you hit her with a circle of fire. A 20-foot diameter circle of fire around her. Which side is the hurdy side?
The inside's the hurdy side.
Okay, so it's a dex save?
Yes. Of 17, just so you know.
She got a 17, and she has evasion, so she doesn't take damage. As a monk, she finds the perfect center, and it's just like...
Okay, let's do this.
Of course, she's gonna have to keep making this fucking save.
That's okay. Alrighty. I am then going to... It's small, but I have a... one of the herbal sprays that's a 1d4. And I'm just gonna kind of spray my... Like, in my mouth, I guess. Because I really don't have any other bonus action-y kind of things. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit myself with some good old-fashioned healing bonus action-y.
So you had to drop to 120 feet, right? To basically move, to cast it, so you're at 120 now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come down. Well, no, I'm not gonna come down. 1. I'll take it.
Man, it's her turn. You're 120 feet up.
And the fire's 20 feet up.
Okay, so she starts her turn there, so she has to save, right?
Uh-huh.
And she has to save again to move through, I guess, technically. Okay, well, that's a 21.
Okay.
So she is going to dive through the flames. 17.
Which is what it needs to be.
And the dex is her best save, so she's gonna dive through the flames and kind of just do like a little roll. And as she rolls through, she's like patting out little like embers on her body, like little blue flames. And she's like,
The coughing too.
she like rubs under her nose like with her finger, and she's like, ha! I have to admit, that made me nervous. She cannot jump high enough to like grab onto you. But she can jump just high enough to get in range. But like, I'm trying to think if that's really the play here. You know, I think, so she dives through the flames. She kind of laughs and jokes about being a little stressed, and she is going to run about like 20-30 feet away from like the circle of flames, and she kind of like just turns and faces you, and she goes, "You're gonna have to come here, otherwise I got nothing for you. You gotta stop being a coward." And she reaches into her pouch and uses a full action to drink a potion. Glug, 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 glug. Healing 20 hit points. That is her turn. She's like, fuck, I can't reach her. What am I gonna do?
Ham fact it up.
Hey guys, your god is sick.
Oh,
Achoo.
like morally?
No, like physiologically.
Oh.
Cough, cough. Sneeze, sneeze.
God sickness.
It's just like, I mean, I've been sick on the podcast before, but I feel like it's like super evident in my voice, but maybe it's just me. It's all good. It's
been medicated.
We're on the up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the up and up. It's no big, it ain't no thing.
Now.
Yeah. Now.
How is it that your character channels their magic? Like, what does it feel like? Where does it come from? What's the flavor of, your magic?
Blue raspberry.
That explains the flames. We thought it was the color of your soul. No, it's just blue raspberry flavored flames.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Good. Yeah, that's great.
That's where my magic comes from. Blue raspberry.
Nice.
I feel like Ray has talked about this kind of before a little bit. Her gravity and her bard connection to magic are similar. They come from like the inner core of her. She has to really connect and be with herself in some way. That's why the flames were black before, because she needed more support to harness that magic. And so like the further she goes, the more connected she is, the more blue it is.
For Zevari, I feel like her magic is very much so connected to her emotions. At any given point, she is a very emotional person, but she's good at directing it to what needs energy. So I feel like she pulls from her emotions a lot to direct it, to pull from those magical reserves, those magical gifts that she gets from Asmodeus. And I feel like she views it similar to like socializing in the courts. You have to be very strategic about what you can leverage, what you can use at any given moment. And that's like a similar approach that she uses. And I feel like when she uses magic, she feels really warm, but like pleasantly warm and just a little itchy, just like ever so slightly itchy, but it's not that bad.
So, I guess mine's like a bit of a story.
Mhm.
Sort
Awesome.
of. Well, I mean, as a ranger, and like a, I guess, like an enthusiast of the natural world, my initial, light magical abilities, were like drawn directly from like the forces of nature and the weave for you deep lore people. It's all very like nature based, life forces, energy stuff, that kind of thing. And then when we went to the Underdark and I was like distant from all of those things, that's when I like reached out to like a more divine being, and given my like history with nature, it was Sylvanas who answered. Yeah, that he just built upon what was sort of already there. He recognized that I was like already sort of tapping at his well, and so when I reached out, he was like, "We're gonna get along great."
Yeah, and he sent you a dragonfly.
Indeed.
And you were like, a dragonfly in the Underdark? This has to be a sign.
What's it feel like in your fluid-filled canals to cast magic?
I would argue that when I am using magic is when my canals feel the most filled.
Oh.
I gotta change the dart art, I think.
The fan base is already changing the dark art.
They're going crazy.
The dark dart art. The dark art.
We are discussing the slushy flavors that power my magic. I'm obviously cherry limeade.
Oh, this is true.
That's
This is true.
yeah. Fun fact for the people at home, Dart canonically invented cherry limeades
In our universe, yeah.
in Vasaloria.
Double ham.
So
Royalty free. He's
that's
not
an
saying a
extra
penny.
serving of ham that from the DM. I just wanted to like back it up, as absolutely.
What is your flavor?
Frog folk are
I feel like
for
it's
their
a-
citrusy beverages.
I feel like, honestly, Zevari would be a lavender
Good for
lemonade.
your throat.
Like, not even a so. She's a.
I was thinking prickly pear. Or it's Asmodeus, really. Could be pomegranate.
Do you guys remember those supercharged lemonades from Panera?
Oh my god.
That like had a shit ton of caffeine in them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zevari would be one of those. Just absolutely not good for you.
Perfect.
And full of energy and anxiety.
I feel like we're both slushies and you're just a margarita.
Ooh. Zevari is a margarita made in a gay bar.
Oh man. Drift.
Ooh.
I don't feel as though I contain like inherent magical energy or power. For me, as a druid, I draw that power from like the earth around us, the plants, the living, breathing creatures. So really when I cast magic, it's less like I'm manifesting something and more like I'm maybe channeling, I guess. I'm more of like a conduit. It's more like I'm opening a tap for nature to have a specific magical effect. It's it's like vibes, man. It's like vibes. And it's kind of the same thing when I wild shape. It's like I don't actually like remember everything about like how to make a bear or anything like that. It's like the knowledge and the energy and that the ancient recipes from the planet itself, from Orden. And it usually feels green. So I guess I would be the like the sour apple or the maybe the I don't want to be the Mountain Dew flavor.
Oh, can you
justice
be
for Mountain Dew?
Was it like tiger's blood?
Oh.
Like
Tiger's
your
Blood,
combination?
fun fact, DM fun fact, Tiger's Blood is my favorite flavor of snow cone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Drift could be Tiger's Blood, sure. Although I feel like that's like, yeah, no, we'll do it. Yeah. I'm overthinking it.
I thought
Let's
for
do
sure you were going to say a fairground lemon shake-up.
Oh.
God.
Ham fact it down.
This podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Become a patron today at patreon.com/rollforthpod. Gain access to exclusive perks like premium ham facts. It's roughly double the ham. D-mail letters. Sorry folks, no nudes. Connect with our Discord community. Access Patreon exclusive campaigns. And more. Become a patron today.
So it's Zavari's turn. Zevari, last episode or last session, you had felt an inner power sort of awakening, and you, I think I remember you kind of shied away from it. So it went back into like sort of a dormant place in your mind. But when you felt the eye opening up, for a moment, when you were looking at Lokara, when you were looking at Rain and Rain's sword, you had seen some kind of weirdness, some sort of warping with your vision. And that was kind of like the last thing you had experienced. And then you have Drift's little spirit animal on you, little squirrel. Or ferret. It's a ferret. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got Drift's little ferret on you. You can heal from it.
How much do I heal from it?
2d6. I think. And that brings us down to 2 more heals. Before it fades.
I want to try and tap into this power thing that I'm feeling.
Wait, was this your third eye thing?
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you you try to stop and you try to concentrate. And what I think probably what you would be doing is sort of trying to evoke that same feeling you had a moment before. And go ahead and make basically like a spell check, like as if you were making a spell attack.
Okay. It's a 17.
A 17. Okay, so yeah, with a 17, it takes you a minute, or it takes you a few seconds. I guess, you only have 6 seconds. It takes you like 2 or 3 seconds to kind of locate that feeling in your head. And as soon as you do, and you kind of you begin to tap into it, you immediately get that pain that you felt before. And your vision starts to blur. Your eyes are watering a little bit from just the pain and just the overall effort that it is taking to manifest this. You take 1d12 psychic damage.
God damn it.
And
rolled a 2.
And as you do that, you feel the pain in your head intensify and concentrate right at the middle of your forehead. And when that feeling gets to its peak, to where you feel like you can't stand it for another moment, it's right where you backed off last time. Right when you get to that moment, you don't back off, and you feel an eye open on your forehead. And in Dart, I feel like, you're a cleric, so you probably immediately feel a dark disturbance. And if you look behind you, Zevari has her eyes, which are normally blue and black, have gone completely black, and an eye has opened up on her forehead, and it's the iris and the pupil of the eye is it looks like a ruby. It's a faceted, glowing ruby, and the eye is crying a red, bright red liquid. It could maybe be blood, but it's really bright red, and even against her skin tone, right? Because
I'm red.
Yeah, you're red. And
are you about to be Sparky Boom Girl?
I'm about to do something of ill omen.
And Zevari, you feel Asmodeus in your head in a way that you have not felt before. It's more it feels more literal. This eye feels like it is a part of his body in some way. It is not your eye. You are borrowing it, and it is at the expense of your regular vision.
Oh my!
For the time being.
Oh, okay.
So right now, all you see is you kind of see you can see it's almost like you're looking through a ruby, and there's all these facets, and so there's these replications of your vision, all at the edge of what you can see, and you can feel that you have a concentrated visual power currently. And if you use that, your eye is still drawn to both Lokara and Rain, who has now sheathed her sword, but the sword itself is still sort of warping. You have to spend a spell slot to utilize this portion of the power. But as you're looking, you're kind of looking back and forth, and your eye can only focus on one of them at a time. You look at Lokara, and you can see her true form. Lokara is not an orc.
Oh, God.
Lokara is an elf, a dark-skinned elf with shaved, short hair. And you can't really, because you're looking through this red of the ruby, you can't see, a whole lot of detail, But it's very clear to you now with the Eye of Asmodeus that Locara is under like an illusion or a disguise of some sort, right? And when you look over at Rain, you get that same sort of vision of her sword, which is sheathed at this moment. And you can see this is a bit harder. It's like with Locara, it's like you could see right through it. Right? With this, it's like you can see that there's something up with it, and it's like twisting and kind of like, and you're kind of like, you can't exactly see what it is, but there's something with her sword that is not what it seems. So it is up to you. You can spend a spell slot to dispel the illusion, transmutation, what have you, so that everyone would be able to see what is happening. It costs a spell slot to do that. So like you activate the eye, and it'll let you see stuff, but in order to like reveal it, dispel it, you'll have to spend a spell slot. So it's up to you if you want to spend a spell slot to reveal Locara or spend a spell slot to reveal Rain's sword.
What kind of spell slot? I have 1st and 5th level spell slots.
A warlock spell slot specifically.
Okay, so the 5th level. Hell yeah, let's route Locara.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, fuck that bitch.
We knew Grace later.
Do I have to roll for that? Or
no, you spend a spell slot.
Yeah.
And you dispel Locara's disguise. And it's basically like you're like Dart, you see like her eye is like her eye on her forehead is glowing red. You can see when she focuses on Locara and decides to activate that, there's like a beam, like a spotlight, almost like a red spotlight that kind of like shines on her, and like her visage starts to like twist and pull and get like sort of ripped off, and you can just see this decaying flesh just falling off of this person. And underneath stands an elf, a dark-skinned elf with shaved, like, short hair, and it's bleached white. She is wearing, like, a black, like, leather jacket, and, like, tight black pants, and boots, like, big, chunky, goth boots, right? And
what the hell, Leonce?
She has black lipstick and is holding still holding Locara's staff, and she has probably like she's probably wearing like pretty heavy goth makeup under this whole getup, right? And this like decaying dead flesh is peeling off of her, and she just starts laughing. And Zevari, somehow you feel like you've heard of this person before. You did hear of a necromancer that worked for the Emperor.
Buddy, I've been waiting to kill you anyway.
And she goes, "Nice one, princess. I have to admit, I didn't see that coming." And she points to the middle of her forehead. That would be your action. And if you have like your bonus action and stuff, but that's your action.
I'm going to quicken spell Eldritch Blast. Dirty 20.
That hits.
24 to hit on my second beam, and then 18. 18 on my third beam.
Armor class is 19.
Okay. So I also have Hex on her, so that'll do extra damage.
Man, I really wish Hunter's Mark helped you too.
Talron's like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
I want to fill my whole like throat sack and then like boom, like interloper.
21 damage altogether. And that's force damage, and I'm pushing her back.
So, Zevari, you have revealed Rosinia Void, the necromancer. And she's mad.
What is the Emperor's necromancer doing here? That's all Zevari says, just in a really even, calm tone.
And Talon goes, yeah, indeed. And he's like still face to face with her.
Manipulating these orcs.
Does Rain see this?
Yeah, you'd see it. You're above.
Rain is horrified.
Roll for eyes.
Yeah.
I got a 24 for
Did you
eyes.
roll with advantage?
No.
'Cause I think I said you get advantage.
It was plus proficiency. It's
That's
double
what it was.
proficiency.
Well,
so
either way, yeah,
it
that's
was
enough.
24.
That is enough. Yes. You recognize her eyes. You recognize her eyes.
For sure.
They are like a steely, they're like a steely sort of hazel. And you definitely recognize them. You've seen into her black soul. And she was like, I've been dying to get out of that nasty fucking skin suit.
You're a nasty bitch.
He's a nasty bitch. Gross, girl.
Yeah.
I added that to the Rawers playlist. Sexy bitch.
So
listen to some 303 songs. Peak Zaris energy.
is that the end of your turn, Zevari?
Yes.
Verlin would be able to see this too. Because you luckily you moved the wall of fire, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to see it. But she does see that Lokara's true form has been revealed, and that she is indeed not an orc. And Verlin's like, you killed our priestess! And she's like, you're damn right I did. Rosinia Void, no longer concerned about putting up a front, she calls back to Verlin and she's like, remember, you still work for me. And she's gonna point a black nail polish finger at Dart.
Oh.
Her mouth forms these strange words, and you can see that there's like a black ichor, like a goop in her mouth, and she's speaking in like a some sort of void speech, and she spits like her mouth full of ichor at you, and it starts to swirl and spin as it approaches you. It creates like a whirlpool of like ichor around you, and so you will make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. 17.
A 17 is not enough.
Fudge.
So you're gonna take full damage. And you feel this void vortex. You can feel it like sapping your like life energy from you.
Oh.
So you take 10d6 necrotic damage.
What?
Which is 49 necrotic damage. And she heals for half of that.
Cheese and crackers.
So you can feel like it saps your energy, and then the vortex, it like comes back to her, like almost like reverses, and she just slurps it down into her mouth and just grins, and her teeth are like black from the ichor. And then you can see her kind of like wiping it away with her tongue.
Like I said, I'm a nasty bitch. And not in a good way.
That is her turn. Yeah, she has been revealed. And Talarin and Verlin are both like shocked, stunned. And Talarin's like, how long have you been? And, she's not going to answer anything like that. He's just kind of like, stuttering. It is Talarin's turn. And he's like, well, I don't care who you are. I'm still going to fucking hit you. And so he's going to step forward. He's got his trusty sword, his trusty longsword. He's going to swing at her. And what he does is he kind of brings his sword in. And then at the last moment, as she sort of starts to react to that, he shifts his weight. He's doing a feinting attack. And he's going to come in from a different direction. Unfortunately, she dodges it. And he's going to have to come in with another attack. This time, not a feinting attack. And he's just so shaken that he just misses twice in a row. And he's like, fuck! Dart.
Mm-hmm.
It's your turn. Oh, you took this damage. Roll for...
I took damage?
You took psychic damage.
She did. She rolled a...
Roll concentration.
1d12.
Yeah, roll concentration.
Well, that's a 17 plus
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Dang, I was trying to get my Z-Rex back.
Nar.
Okay. So I have 8 hit points out of 90. I've taken damage twice in this combat, one for 33 and one for 49.
She'll run out of spell slots, at some point.
So will I, trying to keep myself alive. Is the house rule that drinking a potion is a bonus action?
So if you drink a potion as a bonus action, you roll for it. If you drink a potion as a full action, you get the entire possible healing amount.
I will...
So that's why Berlin, she used her whole action to drink it. She got a full... She didn't have to roll.
Okay.
So it's up to you if you.
I will do it as a bonus action.
Okay.
But it is a superior healing potion. So that is 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, nice.
31. I'm going to throw everything I have at this bitch. I will guided strike, sharpshooter attack with my magic arrows. I'm giving it all she's got. That is...
You're like, Sylvanas, guide me.
I gotta make sure I get all this. She has Hunter's Mark on her, right?
Yes.
Plus this. This.
And a hex, but that's a...
It's just for me.
Yeah. It'd be crazy if it was for everyone.
That'd be so... I wouldn't complain about the other part of Hex doing fucking nothing.
Right.
32.
Does that 2 hit?
That's 2 hit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wait. Yeah, that's more than 19.
Okay, so that's...
Shit. You saw her better than Zevari.
So... I have the eye in my forehead. Bleeding, maybe.
20 damage on my first attack.
Your arrow strikes true.
I'm gonna try again for my second attack. 19 to hit.
19 is her armor class.
Alright, okay.
You got it.
I didn't channel Divinity the second time, so I was a little worried there. I'm gonna use my Piercer to re-roll my 1d8. Much better. Another 21 damage.
Yeah, so you hit her with 2 well-placed arrows right next to each other, and she's recoiling in pain. She seems to get some sort of sick pleasure out of battle. She's just like, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to use my movement, and I am going to just gently move myself a little bit behind Drift.
Okay.
Behind-ish.
Fair enough. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I believe that's all I can do.
Okay, so Nox, he is up in the tree and he was trying to shimmy down the tree. He's at the bottom of the tree's canopy and he just jumps down, so he does end up taking some damage.
I was definitely planning on using that turn to run over there and steal his bow, but things changed.
Very drastically.
So he lands and he lands hard. He tries to roll into do a shoulder roll, but it does not work out very well. Everyone sees him land hard and he goes, ooh!
I saw that in slow-mo.
But he's on the ground, and he's able to pick up his bow. I think it would be his bonus action to pick up the bow. I don't know. This is like such an edge case. It almost never comes up. But
You're God.
Yeah. I'll say that like falling out of the tree and standing up, that has to take like half of his movement. So he couldn't move further. He can pick up his bow, and yeah, so I'd say he still has his attack. But he wouldn't be able to use his bonus action to like make his arrows special. He like looks over at Rosinia, and instead of reacting in shock or surprise, he doesn't really even seem concerned. It's more like, whatever. We're fighting. Like, he's a little bit more concerned about his life right now, so he's just going to continue to fight. And he is going to fire at Drift. An 18 hits, but a 14 does not. And, he rolled low, wow. So Drift is going to take 7 damage. And Drift is like, ow! Dang! Where's my ferret? So that is his turn. Now everyone can see the archer. It's the banished Xerx's turn. And
It's still banished.
Still banished. Now it is Drift's turn. Drift is going to pull the healing spirit from Zevari and give it to Dart. So Dart, you will heal. You heal 2d6. That brings us down to 1 heal left.
Or does that heal me?
For 2d6.
2d6?
Yeah. So you feel a little spiritual ferret kind of zoom over to you and crawl up on your body and kind of and crawl over your wounds, and you can feel them closing.
I'll take it.
He will come up here, like right in front of Lokara and Nox, and he's going to try to hit them both with a thunder wave. He goes, normally I feel like he'd slam his staff, but he doesn't have his staff. So it's just a really loud meow, like your cat didn't get their dinner kind of meow, like.
Do you see
So
me
they have to
jumping
make
all
dex saves.
bimbly from tree to tree?
Lokara fails her save and takes full damage. Nox succeeds and takes half damage. 11 and 5 damage respectively. Since she failed her save, he knocks her back of about 10 feet. Then it is Boulder's turn. Boulder is taking care of the rest of the zombies. Much cleaner kill this time.
I'm deeply disappointed by Boulder's involvement in this fight.
Especially from the last fight, right?
Hey, gotta, keep it tempered every so often.
So he's just gonna have to, run closer to the action. You just hear...
And they're wet.
I have dealt with the zombies. I'm helping.
I'm like, and some blood comes out.
Hey, been there before. Recently, actually.
Yeah.
Rain here.
And at the end of the round, Rosinia, she is going to cast a spell. You see her, she's kind of like, she kind of takes a really wide stance. She stomps with both of her big boots, takes a wide stance, and you can see her, she's kind of it's almost as if she's lifting something.
I really do not like this lady.
I've been waiting to find her. She has something I need.
Dart, right from the ground right in front of you, you can see it it starts to crack and erupt, and a coffin rises from the dirt, and it begins to open up, and you see a hand kind of grabbing the edge of it, and next turn it will emerge from the coffin. But yeah, so you see in front of you the ground starts to split, and from like this, and it's like wet and marshy from the rain, like from the wetness, you just see like a stone coffin like push its way through the ground and appear right in front of you. The lid to the coffin starts to open up, and you see a undead hand. It looks like an orc hand of a like rather large orc, getting ready to pull itself out of the coffin. That is her turn. So we're back at the top of initiative. Rain. There was one more turn left in the round. We're still on round 3.
Okay. Well, Rain, her confidence is shaken a bit. But she knows that she really just kind of needs to heal up and let this round go and prepare for the next one. And so she is going to cure wounds herself.
At your highest level?
Which is first level, I googled it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, 7 plus 6, so plus 13. But I really don't have very many bonus actions, except for Bardo, and I can't really give my friends Bardo while I'm doing this, right?
I mean, I don't see why not, because you're not, I mean, as long as your friend then doesn't, like, join in. Like, I mean, it's like, it's basically like you're doing shit outside of the fight while you're fighting, and I don't feel like that's, like, technically wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it counts as, like, interference.
I'm up there, and I'm, like, surveying what's happening.
Yeah, you see everything going down. You see Rosinia being revealed. You see Zevari with her fucking ruby eye bleeding out her forehead.
So I look at Dart and I use my Bardo to tell him, now is the time, my friend. And I give you Bardic Inspiration while flying in the air 1v1. And that ends my turn. I am staying exactly where I am. Well, no, I want to go up another, like, 40 feet. I don't care if that fire goes up.
Okay. Yeah, I guess then that you would be out of range for it, right? So your flames like dwindle as you fly up further, and Verlin, she's like watching you, but definitely since Rosinia has been revealed, she is like her attention has like shifted, and like the last thing she said before you started flying up was, "Wait a minute, you killed our priestess." And she's just staring daggers at Rosinia, and
that's why Rain heals. She's like taking a second to be like, okay, oh shit,
Get her Gatorade in.
she's like, oh, this is my moment. Take a break. Oh fuck.
she just runs straight for Rosinia. She gets down like on her, like, you know, on her feet, on her bare feet and her hands, and just like full on cheetah cat runs and pounces at her.
I imagine bare feet.
Oh god.
She does have bare feet, yeah.
Put those grippers away.
Like, I imagine it's like Catra with like the leggings that are like looped over her foot.
The long johns.
Yeah, the long
The saddle pants or whatever. Stirrup pants.
Oh yeah.
Stirrup. That's what.
So she is going to attempt to use her pounce on Lokara, and Verlin has officially left the 1v1 and conceded. So the 1v1 ends at round 3 via stoppage, and she is pouncing at Rosinia.
Fake car.
Who just easily just ducks right under it.
This is an agile bitch.
Verlin now on the other side is going to lunge and starts to go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Miss.
Okay, now.
Hit.
Shit. She's slippery.
Shit. Oh wow, she rolled low on damage too. She does 7 damage to her. She also ends up taking the full damage from the round she gave up, and you would take half damage. So Verlin is looking pretty rough. She definitely took a lot of damage from her fight with Rain, but is in just kind of like a blind rage. Rosinia goes, "You're a traitor now." And you know what we do to traitors. It is Zavari's turn.
Oh, Jesus.
You give them a giant jet? Exactly.
Depending on which kind of traitor you are.
So I have this burning, bleeding thing in my forehead.
Yes. So you can still see still see that there's something going on with Rain. Right now you have like a very like juvenile ability to use this power. So it's essentially like if you wanted to keep the eye open and use like a regular spell, you're going to do it at disadvantage because you can't see very well. If you want to close the eye, then you'll go back to like normal. Or you can spend another spell slot to reveal whatever you saw on Rain.
I don't know.
So it's up to you. But, I mean, so you could, if you're not planning on using this spell slot, then you could just close the eye.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to close the eye.
So it would use your bonus action to deactivate.
Okay.
It's a bonus action to activate and deactivate. I just gave you the first one for free.
I'm gonna try a new spell, but I need to see the logistics of it.
Okay.
I am gonna move up 30 feet, which I don't know why I didn't do that. But I'm gonna cast Heartache on Lakara. She's gonna have to make a charisma save.
Okay. 22.
Fucking Christ. Okay, so she fucking saves. I can't fucking do anything. I need 5d6.
So she takes half, right?
Yeah. So half of that is... Okay. So 28 is the full damage.
Okay, so 14. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. And then an extra d6 from my hex.
Okay. She's got a cold heart. She's unmoved.
And 2 extra damage.
She goes, "What, you expect me to cry?"
For once, Zavari's not engaging in any smack talk. For once, she's just sitting there, residue of blood on her. And that's all I got.
Okay, it is Rosinia's turn. This is getting dicey for her. She's got one person at her back.
Should have swallowed her.
I've
yet to end a combat like that, and I really want to.
She sort of sidesteps, not leaving Verlin's range, but kind of adjusting how she's facing her enemies. And once she does that, she's also reaching into her pouch, and she stuffs something into her mouth, and you can see her like biting down on something and crunching it, and then she opens her mouth and goes, and she like breathes a like black, like powdery mist in a cone at all 3 of the people in front of her. So that is Drift, Talrin, and Verlin. This is desiccating breath.
Ew.
Right? Ew. Girl, what is your problem? And I guess I'm saying that at myself. It's con saves. Can you make a con save for Drift? And can you make a con save for Talrin? Verlin failed.
Listen, Drift never failed.
What did he get?
Well, I rolled a 7.
Okay, he failed.
Fuck, man. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so they all take 26 damage, and Verlin goes down. She is on the floor dying. Both Talrin and Drift are like, and they're gasping for breath, and they take the damage. They're both doing okay though. Neither of them took a lot of damage so far, so it definitely was very uncomfortable for them, and awful. Like, you could tell it definitely hurt them pretty bad, but they're both hanging in there pretty good. Verlin is down. That's really all she's got. But now that Verlin is down, she sort of like, she kind of backs away and kind of is trying to use the trees for some cover, and also kind of hiding behind her archer. It is Talarin's turn. Talarin's like, you're not getting away from me. Except, fuck, she is further away than he doesn't have a ranged weapon. I guess he's gonna have no choice but to run up to Nox and hit him. You can tell his heart's not in it though when he does it. Yeah, that hits. And then he'll use his second attack as well, which also hits.
I'm gonna Nox you out.
And so Nox takes 16 damage altogether from Talarin's combo. And he's just like, fuck. Just like looking past him at Lucara. And he's like, come on, man. Or sorry, at Rosinia. He's like, come on, man. You're really trying to fight for her? And Nox shrugs. It is Dart's turn.
You guys love it when I do crazy shit.
Oh boy.
Love it when you start off the round that way.
Okay. I am going to run up to this lady orc. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
If you weren't, I was going to.
Wow, this is like a lot of growth for Dart.
This is
calculated.
Growth is gross.
I am going to cast that at the 3rd level. Heals for 17.
Okay. She was on the floor dying. Her eyelids were fluttering closed, and you heal her, and her eyes just open up, and she's looking straight up at you. And she has 17 hit points now.
I am going to look down at her
And she just
and say, we can't let her get away. Then I'm going to use my bonus action, and I am going to Misty Step again, right behind Zinnia.
The gross bitch.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop up right behind her.
let me pop off.
She's giving me like puppet sorcery vibes. Not gonna lie.
My god, but grosser.
And Orochimaru vibe.
I only hope that the archer saw me do what I did.
Yeah, it's the archer's turn, but he's got Talarin in his face, so that makes it hard for him to really react to what you're doing. But he definitely saw you. Nox, he looks at Talarin and he's like, come on, man, just let me go. Just let me go. You know me. You know me. Just let me go. Let me shoot the frog. Come on. And Talarin just shakes his head and he's like, I can't, buddy. I'm sorry. And Nox he'll have to pull he's gonna have to try to pull away from Talarin so that he can get some distance, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Should have charmed him.
And Talarin does hit him.
Briefly knocking him unconscious.
If only. But he did do a solid 8 damage to him. And Nox is like, damn, man, you're serious. Fuck. And he is going to knock an arrow and shoot it at Rain. When he draws back, the tip of his arrow begins to glow. So the tip of his arrow, it glows with there's a blue orb on it, and he's going to shoot it at you, Rain. I'm guessing a 12 doesn't hit.
No, a 21 though. It took me a second. I was like, wait, no.
You're
20.
you're pretty high up too, so he's really just ugh, and it's no good. He's like, fuck, and he's going to have to adjust.
I think you dropped that.
He adjusts. He lowers his bow and points it at Boulder, and attempts the same sort of magic arrow. And he got a nat 1. Damn!
That'll do it.
It just goes straight over Boulder's head. He's like shook. Fuck! I'm never gonna get that promotion!
Yeah, you're right about that one.
Might as well give your bow to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all he could do. Z-Rex is still banished for another 5 more fucking turns.
Banishment's great when it works.
Easy, breezy, beautiful banishment.
I thought you were going to say easy breezy banishful.
Nice.
Ooh, T-Rex.
It's Drift's turn. I think what he's going to do is he's going to... Dart, when you started your turn, you used the last of his healing spirit. So you should heal 2d6. So he is going to...
Take it?
He is going to throw down Entangle. And so all of these... So right around the archer, he Drift invokes a bunch of like vines and plants to grow out of the ground and twist, and they're a little bit spiky. They're that area around him has become difficult terrain, and he is now like surrounded by thick, dense foliage, and Drift is then going to... I feel like he's going to move towards Boulder's side a little bit, just making sure he's nearby somebody that he can buff if need be. Yeah, that will be Drift's turn. It is Boulder's turn. Boulder will do a good old Eldritch Blast on Rosinia. And hits. The first beam and the second beam misses. 5 damage. He does not have the super powerful Eldritch Blast invocations. His is just blasty. But yeah, you see a glob of like fire, or sorry, a glob of like red energy just slam into her. And it is the end of the round. So at the end of the round, she is going to use her final legendary action. She is going to dart. She holds up her hands, and for a moment her hands like look skeletal, and she just brings them together like this. And when she does that, around you forms like these spectral rib cages, and they solidify. So these huge like spines and rib cages just close around you, creating like a cage of bone. And while you're inside of this, you can feel that there's like a necrotic aura inside of it. You can also feel that you cannot teleport out of this.
Oh.
She is concentrating on this bone cage, and you take 1d6 necrotic damage for when it's summoned, and then each turn that you're in it. You basically either need to break her concentration or break the bone cage.
Okay.
Now it is Rain's turn, back at the top of initiative. As you can see that Dart's trying to block her potential escape, and she's not happy about that, so she threw a cage up over Dart. It's like, don't you chase me.
I'm grabbing the cage and going, Bone! Bone!
It's the first time you've ever been encaged in bone.
Oh my god, it's like a nightmare for dogs. No fluid fill canals to be found.
Rain is 120 feet in the air, maybe even more, like 140 feet, I think we said, and a ways away from this person. So what Rain can do...
Oh, I forgot the zombie crawls out of the sarcophagus.
Oh yeah, of course it does.
And it's a big zombie. But that's all that happens at the end of the round as well. Sorry, this doesn't have anything to attack.
I would like to go that way and like just get closer to her, so I can throw the thing and hit her.
Gotcha. So you're gonna like kind of fly down.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just kind of keep in mind roughly how far away you are. We'll say so you're about 100 feet away. Then you're gonna just use the max range. Yeah.
Yeah, just to hit her.
You'll be able to see what she saved if you look over at the big die.
Oh damn!
And that one.
That'll
She takes full damage.
Oh, don't make me nervous like that.
It's
Damn.
8d6 lightning damage. And yes, I will be rolling the 8d6 because it's fun.
She is quite good at concentrating, but how good?
Oh damn, guys! I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. A 5,
Hello,
a 2, and a
Asmodeus.
1. Alright, 38 lightning damage.
So that means her save is going to have to be a 19. And this is one of her better saves, as she is a spellcaster. I rolled a 19 natural.
This fucking bitch.
I'm trying, y'all.
She's just like this.
She still took a lot of damage.
She did
Yeah.
take a lot of damage. She's not looking great. Like, she's definitely bloodied at this point. But she's not showing any fear.
As I throw that, I look over at Zevari and see that there is a big giant orc zombie near her, and I look at her and I'm like, bitch, you know what you gotta do. And that's the bardic inspiration that I am screaming and using my like voice.
We are projecting.
My raven mimicry voice boom. Bitch, you know what you gotta do. And then we're gonna turn it into a song later. It's fine.
Nice.
That should end my turn.
Okay. So it is Verlin's turn. She is on the ground. Dart was like, don't let her get away! And she just nods. And she does like she whips her body up. I can't remember what it's called. Yes, a kippa.
Yeah. They do that in wrestling.
I learned that in Taekwondo.
And that uses half of her movement, so she's got 25 left. It's just enough for her to get right in front of Rosinia.
Whoever this is.
So she killed Locara, or was Locara ever really Locara?
Well, I mean,
We don't know that yet. I
On
don't
the
know.
next episode of him.
I say you don't know, but Verlin said she killed our priestess, and Rosinia said I couldn't wait to get out of that fucking skin bag.
So yeah, she yucky.
So she runs up to Rosinia. She no longer has her like huntress stance on. So she does not have her she doesn't have like 6 attacks anymore. She just has her regular attacks.
It wasn't Edgar. It was like an Edgar
Man,
suit.
I tried so hard.
So she's got her 2 attacks. She's gonna just try to start pummeling her face. 1 hit and 2 hits. Only 11 damage though. You can Rain, you can see that she's not at her peak anymore. It's like especially probably after partially dying, she's just you're like disappointed in her form. You're like, wow, she was way more fierce a minute ago.
Bitch, you're better than this.
I know. Locara is going to have to roll to concentrate. Succeeds, and she hit her twice. She rolls twice. She succeeds. She only had to get a 10, so it's zombie turn. So this massive, hulking, lumbering orc zombie shambles over to you, and he has like a big, like rusty axe. And he's just gonna swing at you with using all of his body as momentum, he spins with the swing because there's just no life to this creature. 17 doesn't hit.
Nar.
It will come down for its second attack, and it's gonna overhead try to get you. But I did worse that time. 12. So you're dodging these huge axe swings. There's so much wind up that you're able to kind of see it coming, And you also still have like red ichor on your face, and it's like sticky.
Oh. Sticky.
It's a red sticker.
The mark of the beast.
Zevari, it's your turn.
Yay. Honestly, this thing is like the last of her priorities, I'm not gonna lie.
This thing is not a minion, but just to let you know. Because the other ones were minions, this one's not.
Okay.
Still probably the least of your worries.
Still the least of her worries. I can't even see myself. I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity and move away from this guy.
Okay. He will try to attack you. I got a nat 20.
Actually, oh fuck. I was gonna say I could use my last spell slot for Wayward Strike.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I want to. I don't want to take that. I could send it to... I guess I can make him hit himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make
You can make him hit himself.
Yeah, I'll make him hit himself.
Well, damn. So he crits himself.
Yeah, that's my last spell. My last big spell slot.
Well, 25 damage to him. And he swings as you're stepping away, and it's a reaction, right?
Yeah.
Strike. So you use your reaction. You open up like a hell void, and the head of the axe just goes straight through the hell void, and it just right into his back, and like
he's a zombie, so he's just
and he just. And he has to like rip it out of his back, and there's like a huge chunk of nasty flesh that comes out with it. It's definitely a huge blow to this creature, but obviously it's undead, so it's like we're gonna just keep undead.
Now back to what I was originally gonna do. Blast. What's it? Rosinia? Rosinia. Yes. That's a 25 to hit on the first one.
Okay.
23 to hit on the second one. 19 on the third one. And that.
The 19 doesn't hit.
Oh, damn.
Or no, wait, the 19 hits. Sorry, her armor class is 19.
Okay, I was like, shit, okay.
Sorry, no, it was Verlin that had the armor class of 20.
44 damage.
44 damage total?
Yeah.
Which one was like your highest roll?
Like to hit, I got a plus 10.
No, not to hit, like damage.
I got a 15.
A 15, okay.
Yeah, which is like max Eldritch Blast.
So yeah, when you roll your 15, she's going to use her reaction to mirror that damage onto you via like a necrotic damage. It's kind of like Hellish Rebuke, but it's a necromancy reflect of sorts, and so you take 15 necrotic damage. And yeah, she's like, she's going to roll. You said your highest was 15, so yeah, so she just needs to get a 10 every time. So yeah, so she succeeds. Succeeds unless you react in some way.
I already used my reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, she passes all her con saves from those hits. Do you push her back?
Yeah.
Which direction are you pushing her?
Can I just push her into the...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Send her against my bones.
It doesn't like really...
Damn.
Yeah, but so you can just push her up back against it.
Okay. I don't have really anywhere else to throw her ass.
Right, yeah, it's just because of like the angle of where she is. She's definitely fucking hurting though, and she's like, God, and she's just like, you idiots! I fucking hate orcs. And
if she's pushed up against the bone cage, can I do like the prisoner where the guard walks too close to the bars and like grapple her?
You can reach through them. Yeah,
Shots to the kidneys.
You can reach through them.
Do elves have kidneys?
Rain's late night questions.
It's true. Her curiosity gets the best of her sometimes.
So I think this is the first time Rain has seen like an elf.
No.
In our travels. Have we come across
In the
that?
travels?
Like in our travels.
Yes.
She looks angrier than you've seen her so far. Like, obviously she's like fucking mad. She's pissed. And she's just like, fucking hate it works! And she begins to cast a spell. A dimension door. What's the range on that? Is there a range? Is there a range on it?
That's a great question.
My brain thinks it's 60 feet, but I don't know.
60 feet makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'd be too far away.
I think she's out of range for her.
I was planning on 60 feet being too far. Or like over. I'm not going to make it my next move. It's really what I was thinking.
So she is going to dimension door away.
I already used my reaction.
She goes approximately 500 feet from her current location. You can't tell which direction she went in.
But does she just poof out of my hands?
You didn't grab her. I was saying you could, when it was your turn, you can reach through, but you don't have like a reaction to grab.
That's true.
So on your turn, you would have been able to reach through. And then she also like loses concentration as she dimension doors out of range. So the bone cage around you just crumbles into dust and falls apart. So she is gone? Question mark?
Thank you for listening to Roll Forth. This has been the Empire Initiative featuring Samaria Hawkins as Lady Zevari / Lady Litria, Ryan Musgrove as King Dart of the Hopkins, Rachel Voss as Rain Vosgrove, and our wonderful MD, Shanna Cantu. Make sure to follow our socials, like, subscribe, do all the things, and yeah, please stay safe, friends.
I really don't like this lady.
I've been on the hunt for her since a little bit after we first got into the wood.
But I feel like...
Let my necromancer go! Come on!
She has an item that I want, and I can get a refund of 50,000 gold for if I get it.